Today's horoscope, Libra November 9th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Good energy is with you today for planning, seeing patterns, and developing ingenious methods, particularly related to money and domestic affairs. The moon spends the day in your entertainment sector, stirring the desire to unwind. Good advice may be circulating, and you can feel increasingly enthused about what you're doing and where you're heading. But while your people instincts are strong today, practicality is not as strong as the day advances and we move toward a Venus-Neptune square. Being flexible and keeping your options open can help you sometimes, but it can also leave you feeling restless or divided. Emotional and physical energies may be mismatched temporarily, and it's best to avoid taking on too much. The new moon in Scorpio rings like thunder for the next 6 months. The themes that this sign embodies will echo out in, around, and within your life. Scorpio rules intimacy, sensuality, sex, and intensity in relationships somewhat similar to you, yet altogether very different, as well. Scorpio is all or nothing in all matters and can be a quiet, possessing and controlling energy, something that you fear and can bring out the darkest sides of you and in others. Yet, what this new moon can teach you is to accept your shadow self, honor your wounds, and ultimately transform pain into love and power. Express yourself. Let your freak flag fly, since the moon in Aquarius will sextile the north node in Aries and trine the south node in your sign. It might be challenging for you to show up authentically in your workplace. You might be unsure of how your coworkers would react if you dressed or acted differently. Thankfully, the fateful cosmic energy will show the way. You should set the intention to be true to who you are at work today. Being confident in your individuality will be well received by your colleagues and clients. Things could feel a little painful today. If you've been having stomach trouble, or even a bit of guilt about weight issues, you'll feel especially vulnerable. It's important to find the emotional safe place you want to stay in today and protect yourself. Take baby steps from that safe place and get a little exercise, socialize a bit with those you trust, and jump into bed early with your favorite trashy magazine. Remind yourself it's just another day and tuck yourself into bed early. It's a day where you're well advised to step out of the spiritual realm and into the practical one. It's a day, and the essence of this deals with the fundamental needs of food, water, and shelter before greater awareness. If your monetary situation is lacking, today is the day to do some research and planning to improve it. If you think it's high time you got a raise or promotion in your current occupation, take the steps right into the authorities' office and ask for it. While the moon's return to a playful and creative part of your chart today is an ordinary monthly visit that, for a few days, can invigorate the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life, this is also a taste of things to come. Apart from a friendly aspect to Jupiter in an adventurous part of your chart tomorrow, the moon's last visit before Pluto returns has you alert to a real sense of change in the air. After Mars left your career sector earlier in the working week with Saturn at a near standstill ahead of his direct turn in your work sector next week, you can afford to take your foot off the gas. While the moon's return to your romantic sector today is an ordinary monthly visit, extending into the weekend, these romantically charged lunar vibes are a portent of things to come. This last visit before Pluto, the planet of change and transformation, not only returns but to spend the next 20 years here is a chance to get the ball rolling. Daily Planetary Overview. If recent changes have made your goals feel a bit harder to reach, take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to regroup. Setbacks aren't always negative. They often give us space to reevaluate and refine our approach. Take this time to think about any adjustments you could make to overcome the new challenges, knowing that they're ultimately helping you grow. Have you ever set a goal that felt just out of reach, only to find a new way to make it happen? If so, then you know that setbacks can sometimes be blessings in disguise, leading to outcomes even better than you planned. This is a great reminder to stay optimistic and see any obstacles as steps along the way. If you're feeling the urge to shake things up and expand your horizons, consider signing up for a new class or activity. Not only will this enrich your knowledge, but it will also introduce you to like-minded people who could become long-term friends. There's something about learning alongside others that brings a special bond, whether it's a cooking class, a fitness group, or a creative workshop. Have you ever tried something new that ended up introducing you to great people? Think of today as the perfect time to dive into something unfamiliar and see where it leads. Physically, you might feel an extra boost of vitality, and today's energy is urging you to channel that into your well-being. Whether it's following a regular fitness routine, paying attention to your diet, or finding new ways to stay active, small steps towards health can go a long way. Maybe you've been meaning to get back into a workout groove or pick up an old hobby like cycling or yoga. Why not start today? If you've ever felt the mental clarity that comes after a good workout, you know how powerful these changes can be. Consider pumping up those bike tires, taking a walk in the park, or simply enjoying the fresh air while moving your body. You might find that certain challenges, ones that have been quietly building in the background, are now front and center. Maybe it's something you've put off, hoping it would resolve itself, but now it's demanding your attention. Rather than feeling overwhelmed, think of this as the universe giving you a gentle nudge to finally tackle these issues. Approaching them now can prevent them from snowballing and help you feel more in control. Have you ever had a moment where facing a challenge head-on made everything feel more manageable? Think of today as one of those moments. It's your chance to clear the air and move forward with confidence. Remember, sometimes the solutions are simpler than they seem, and tackling these issues can actually create a sense of relief and accomplishment. If you're working on long-term goals, summon the courage to keep going, and don't hesitate to share your enthusiasm with others. You may find that friends, family, or even co-workers are drawn to your energy and ready to support your dreams. Have you ever noticed how infectious excitement can be? Your dedication might even inspire those around you to pursue their goals with equal vigor. Embrace this positive momentum and let it fuel your progress. Sometimes, the encouragement of others can be just what we need to take those big steps. On the financial front, you might feel a slight pull to treat yourself today, and that's okay as long as it's within reason. Go ahead and make a small purchase if there's something you've had your eye on. It doesn't have to be extravagant to bring joy. Have you ever found that a small treat brightened your day? If so, remember that today's little indulgences can be satisfying when they align with your goals and budget. If you're considering more significant investments, make sure to seek out solid advice. A little strategic planning can go a long way, helping you feel confident about your financial decisions. Overall, today's energy is about balance between work and play, new challenges, and fresh opportunities. Don't let the demands of the day keep you from doing something enjoyable or rewarding. It's a good day to take a little time for yourself, to check in with your health, and to look for small ways to connect with others. Have you ever noticed how a balanced approach makes everything feel easier? If you take one step at a time and make choices that align with your values, today can feel both fulfilling and grounded. Let's embrace the journey and look forward to the connections, insights, and positivity it brings. What part of today's energy resonates with you the most? Feel free to share your thoughts or even your plans for tackling the day ahead. Here's to a day of honest conversations, meaningful connections, and plenty of small victories.